Moon River, wider than a mile. Is anybody still up? You never know. No. Well. Hey, all right, here come some people. Hi. Hi, nieces and nephews. Well, I don't know if you guys saw the Mark Waid chat, if all of you did. I gotta say, I don't know what I was expecting. I was hoping it went well. Like, basically what I wanted to do was just do the very best Mark Waid chat that was possible to happen. I wanted him, well, he could have come off either way. I know Mark, and I had a feeling that he was going to do pretty well on the chat. But for my personal interests, Mark could have either done really well, and that would have been great for my channel, or he could have started cursing and calling everybody names, and that would have been good for my channel too. I actually said to him up front, I said, Dan Slott made a really bad mistake during his interview, I think, during the last few seconds when he really showed some anger. And before then, he, was doing really well, and he was on his best behavior. But once he showed that anger, he really, blew it for himself. And I said, listen, it was good for me. I feel bad for him. I mean, I was hoping that he would do fine, but when it comes to what I'm trying to do here, I'm just trying to create. Thanks, Master Judy. I'm just trying to create good content for my channel. So, if you want to blow up and throw things and yell at people, that's fine. We'll keep rolling. And he knew that. He knew what was up, Mark Waid. But anyway, so I'm getting all this criticism. And I've been getting criticism from you guys. Some of you know what I'm up to. And really what I'm up to is just trying to set an example. And just trying to, heal this rift that's forming, this divide that's entirely political. It's entirely political. It has nothing to do with comics. And, if people stopped for a moment and just talked, oh, thanks, Matt. Oh, I appreciate the super chat. Congrats on tying the knot, he said. Yeah. So anyway, I'll read you some of these tweets that I'm reading. I'll put this away. This is Zod. Okay. I love Zod. He's like Neil before Zod. So this guy goes, and by the way, I had this guy on mute. So, apparently I'd had trouble with him before. If I'm just getting, filth from people on Twitter, I don't block people, but I will mute them because I kind of determine the value of their comments to me, and I just go, I'm not going to let them not see what I'm talking about, but I don't need to see what they're talking about. So that's what I do. And thank you for the congrats, people who are talking about me getting married. This guy says, no, this is filthy. How is it that Ethan's best friends are two of the most loathsome Marvel SJW trolls? Ethan is running cover for scum, and he knows it. Preying on the best instincts of fans for Waid and Slott? It's garbage. This is, protects my elbows when I'm leaning on the table. I have two of them. So when I'm drawing all day long, it doesn't irritate my elbows. It makes drawing for long hours much more comfortable. Ethan's best friends. They're not my best friends at all. They're just friends. They're just people that I've met in comics that I had a decent enough rapport with that I could ask them to come on the channel. These elbow things are called spider elbow pads. So somebody answers and says, how is he covering from them? He's not asking nobody not to criticize them or to ignore their constant insults and harassment. You didn't think this one through, my friend. And he answers, Waid is a bully and a liar, pretending like, aw, he nice dude, he my friend. It's dishonest and begs questions. Why are Ethan's best friends in comics the two biggest SJW lowlifes that work at Marvel? First of all, that's not true at all. There's so many bigger SJW lowlifes in comics and at Marvel. So many bigger ones. There are some loathsome people in comics, and people that I couldn't even probably find common ground with at all. But Mark Waid and Dan Slott, I can find common ground with them easily because they're both very, very talented writers, and they have a pretty good sense of humor. And one thing that you learn when you get into comics is that, how do I say this nicely? Everyone has a little flaw to them. Everyone has a little quirk. Everyone's a little bit eccentric. And once you find out what their eccentricity is, you can determine whether or not you can deal with them as people. And, on a creative level. I'll look at what you guys are saying here. Unfortunately, I agree with a lot about that statement about Waid. He is a bully. Okay, James. Israel Garcia, EVS, you have to learn how not to engage with hateful people. There's always going to be a small percentage of them. I think I'm learning that, though, Israel. I really do. I think I've learned to sort of... The problem is, like, my microphone, my megaphone is so much bigger than most people's because I'm a comic book artist at DC and I draw Green Lantern. So I have you guys for fans, like you're following me, and when I tweet, I reach more people than most people do. So I understand that, and it's important not to engage people who are just trying to cause trouble. Lou H says, I'm one of those people of color SJWs keep saying they want to protect, but the moment I question their actions, I'm cast out like garbage. Yeah. I know, guys. I know how you feel. But I don't know what to do about that. What do? Just fight all the time? I don't know if that's the best course of action. So we go on. This other guy says, don't know if they're his best friends, and I don't care. I judge people by their actions and not the actions of others. This is guilt by association, SJW tactic. Be butter. Yeah. This other guy, who dislikes me intensely, apparently, says, I agree, but his best friends are two people that have proven to dox and harass this community. I mean, decades in industry, and these are his two best friends? Stinks. Maybe he just has poor taste in friends. Why do you say these are my two best friends when I also brought on Billy Tucci and Jason Fabok? Why are they not my two best friends? In point of fact, if I do have a best friend in comics, it's Billy Tucci. I know Mark Waid. I know Dan Slott. If you said, are they friends or foe, I'd say they're friends. But they've never been over my house. I've never had a drink with them. I've hung out with Billy Tucci all the time. Yeah, and that is correct. My wife is my best friend, without question. Even in comics, and she's not even in comics, but if I had a best friend in comics, it would be my wife. I thought Jeff Johns was your best friend. He is. Jeff Johns is my best friend. Let's see. I insist. I don't know if they're his two best friends, and I don't care. Ethan has been nothing but kind to us. He has even defended us from slander. As long as his actions remain like that, I have no reason to think him the same as Slott or Waid. And then he says, imagine you have been in the comics industry for decades. You could interview Olivier Coipel or rising stars like Jorge Jimenez. Instead, you wallow with filth like Slott and Waid, people who dox and harass this community. And then, look. I don't know, guys. Am I wallowing in filth? Is that what I'm doing? I don't feel like I am. I feel like, first of all, I don't think Mark Waid is filth. I disagree with that. And I can understand people who are angry with him, but I don't see him that way. I don't see Dan Slott that way. I think people are worth more than that. Yeah. And he says, sorry, man. Again, I have no beef with people that like Ethan. I used to, and he seems friendly. Still, this is an act of cowardice. Hosting known creeps like Waid and Slott, and I can't stomach it. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Am I misguided? Yeah. Why is this upsetting me? Well, it's upsetting me because I don't want you guys to feel like I'm selling you out, frankly. And here's a person who believes that I am, and that bothers me. It doesn't bother me what people think of me. Let me think about that carefully. Do I feel that way? Is that true? Does it bother me what people think about me? It does. It doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter what people think about me if what they think about me is untrue. So, am I selling you guys out? Yeah, apparently it does, Donna. You're right. I just want to be honest about it. People say, I don't care what people think. Hold on a second. You probably do care what people think. You don't have to care what everybody thinks, but I care what people who are my fans think. So, if my fans think that I'm selling them out in some way, I want to know. And then I have to think about it. My intent is to well, I've said it over and over again. My intention is just to make the comic book industry safe for everyone. That's all I wanted to do. I mean, that's what I want to do. So, you guys are probably, a lot of you are probably, kind of righties like me. And maybe you feel a little bit excluded sometimes. And, I kind of wish that, I don't know, I want to make you feel more included. Okay? So that's my ultimate goal. Now, how do you do that? Well, you might go straight to the people who you guys believe are causing that divide. Go straight to them and talk to them. Talk to them and say, hey, yeah. So, no, well, people who are just joining me, some people are angry that I, first of all, they think that, like, Dan Slott and Mark Waid are my best friends, and they are my friends. Don't get me wrong. They're not my best friends. And also, people are upset because they feel like I'm selling you guys out by talking to them and lending them kindness. What am I doing wrong? Do people just want to fight all the time or not? Yeah, like I don't know. People just want to fight, like they like the conflict. Okay, well, you can fight. All right, most of you are saying that I'm doing the right thing. That's good. Edwin says you're doing a great job with your channel. Don't let negativity and hate get to you. Keep doing what you were doing, and you have a bunch of people who support you, and I'm one of them. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. It was an interview about comics, not a political hit piece. That's right, Bootsy. It's the whole point. People want you to confront these people. Seth Ferguson. Yeah, that's right, they do, and that's not what I'm going to do. And I've said it over and over and over again. If you're expecting me to get in there and cause trouble, I mean, that's not what I'm going to do. Thank you, Jesse N, for the super chat. I saw nothing wrong with your chat. All right. Well, okay, so that's my concern. All right. I started this live feed to talk to you guys and say, am I doing the right thing? Is it okay? The last thing I want to do is try to, bridge a gap and then find that one end of the bridge has receded. I mean, if you guys aren't with me, then that's not a great thing. Yeah, I didn't come to fight. I came with doves. And the thing about it is that, look, if these are truly bad people, they won't be able to hide it for very long. So, if I get someone on there and I spoke to them for 15 minutes, maybe they'd be able to pretend to be decent people. But if you get someone on there and you talk to them for 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they're going to show you who they really are eventually, just out of being tired. J.H. Williams III, I don't know him. I think I probably met him. But I mean, look, people are asking me, to, we love you for your art, brother. Northern Monkey. That's the bottom line. That's what I should really be focused on. Just making sure. Somebody asked, somebody asked if what I was working on. I'm working on Hal Jordan number 38, Interiors. I've got a Suicide Squad cover coming out. Who's telling me I'm thick? Getting heavy? Listen. Yeah, it's true. There's too much good stuff to eat. It's the holidays. I have to lose weight. Slot revealed himself. Ethan, when's the Tony Moore live stream? Good question. I assume it's next week. They said next week, and I said, hey, when? And I haven't heard back from him yet. So I will, I will pursue that a little bit more. I definitely want to get Tony Moore on, especially now that Walking Dead is on the air again. Jesse N, I thought it odd how Mark responded to my vote for your wallet super chat comment. Vote with your wallet, you meant. Yeah, I did too. I think voting with your wallet is capitalism. Random guy says, notice me. I see you, random guy. Walking Dead. You know what? I'm on this. I can't watch this new episode. I've stopped it 6 times. More sketch videos, says Josh Williamson. Okay, I will. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Tiago Murta. Hey, what is up, Ethan? Sorry I couldn't watch it live. I had to go to work today anyways. Please get Frank Whiteley on your stream. Frank Whiteley lives in Scotland, so it's very difficult to do. Very difficult. Like, we'd have to do it at noon. It would be 8, I don't know, I guess it would be 5 or 6 o'clock his time. But Frank Whiteley is a friend of mine, so it's possible. Yeah. Oh, I love you guys. I really do. It's great to have subs like you guys. Do I know Tim Sale? I've met him. Most of these people I've met, and just a couple times. I don't really socialize with comic book pros. That's the weird thing. It's like you're best friends with Mark Waid and Dan Slott. My best friends aren't in comics. Leon Oliver, do you watch Stranger Things? I'm on season 1, episode 3. It's really good. How are my subs doing? Still growing? Yeah, big time. I have almost 6,400 subs right now. It's really great. It's not stopping. Me and Jordan Peterson. Oh, well, you know what? There is a chance. Keep your fingers crossed. You want to talk about like the Ultimate Comic Pro Secrets live interview? There's a good chance we can get Jordan Peterson on here when the book comes out. What do you think of that? Live chat with Jordan Peterson. I don't know if it's controversial or not, but we would talk about the book. And you guys would be able to come on and maybe ask him a couple questions. I think I'm drawing. Don't tell anyone this. I think I'm illustrating another book of his too. Yeah. I do know Mike Mignola. He doesn't like me at all. At all. Do you want to know why? Mike Mignola doesn't like me because at C2E2 in 2010, we were, okay, so my fans were saying, bring your keyboard. I want to hear you sing Convoy by C.W. McCall at a convention. And I went, okay, I will. So I brought my keyboard. Now, my fans turned out in spades, to hear me play this keyboard. The problem was they put me on a stage with David Finch on one side, and Finch is cool as ice. And then on the other side of me was Mike Mignola, who I don't know very well, and his wife. And they did not think it was funny to sing Convoy at C2E2. That wasn't the worst part. Okay, I sang Convoy, and they were like, shut up. And all right, so I sang that. But then my friend from Wizard Magazine went out and he bought a guitar from a homeless person. And he started singing behind me. He started singing, "Are you strong enough to be my man?" He has a whole bar routine. And was it Mike Mignola said, "Are you ever going to stop?" Or something. I can't remember what he said. And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he got up and left early. Like, he was thoroughly irritated with me singing Convoy. Honestly, again, I don't think it was me singing Convoy. I think it was my friend singing "Are You Strong Enough to Be My Man?" And he got very angry and I think called me a jerk. I didn't mean to be a jerk. I just wanted to sing Convoy to my fans. Well, no, listen, Matt, blame it on him. I'll take the blame too. But, I mean, I saw him get really particularly angry when this guy was playing a homeless man's guitar on the stage behind me, singing that song. So, no, I didn't mean to troll him. I didn't mean to. This is the thing, like, I always get in trouble at conventions. I always do. That's why I don't go to any. I don't know, but I was at it was a dark moon on the 6th of June in Kenworth, hauling hogs. Yeah, and he didn't like it. It's true. You just saw Justice League and Fake Flash was epic. Mark Waid doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't, and he probably should get one. That might have been my worst convention appearance. Right there. Yeah. No, I'm not planning on going to Dallas. Married life is treating me great, thank you. I mean, look, we just tied the knot, and we've been living together for a while. She's great. She's a great girl. I told her she's got to come on and say hi to you guys, and she said, maybe. She's nervous. She's camera shy. Thank you. All right, so basically that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to make sure that you guys I just wanted to make sure you guys and I were on the same page. All conventions to be held at pizza shops. Did you see what Dan Slott did about these guys? I was thinking about doing a video about the lies about the pizza shop. No, I'm not tired. I gotta stay up and finish this page. So the minute the Gotham City Pizza... Should I do this? Should I make a video of this? I'll just do it live. I'll just tell you live real quick. So the minute the Gotham City Pizza story hit, okay, immediately these weirdos in the business started doing research to prove that it was all like either a hoax or a lie or something like that. And so, or that it wasn't really, you know, like vandalism or somebody trying to hurt me. It was just something else, random crime, which it could have been, you know, I mean, maybe it was, I don't know. So they started saying, first of all, they're like, there have been 20 more break-ins locally. That's a lie. There were 6. They happened all in September. The last one happened a week before I got there, and they arrested the guy, like on November 1st. So these guys, these SJW scumbags, and these are the people I'm talking about, these SJW fake journalist scumbags started spreading it around that, oh yeah, like they caught the guy who did the break-in at Gotham City Pizza, and so the whole thing was like a scam. Yeah, the guy was arrested November 1st, jackass. My appearance at Gotham City Pizza was November 5th. Now, does that mean that it was... And then they're like, oh yeah, well, SJWs don't break glass. I was at the inauguration in Washington, D.C. Yes, they do break glass a lot, and that's exactly what they do. They break glass. They don't go in and steal things. They just break the glass for fun, for vandalism, and then run away, and then set police cars on fire. Listen, Dan Slott spread it around. I like fake Mark Waid. Ethan, when are we eloping? Anytime you say, oh, I'm married, Mark. See, 4 days ago, Mark, it would have been a question. So yeah, I don't know why they do that. It's ridiculous. I've said to them, look, this is what I think. When I saw that broken window, I thought that was definitely a remark. Having been to the inauguration, having seen Antifa break glass, I was like, that feels like that was about me. And I could be wrong. You know, absolutely, it could have been an interrupted crime, but none of those other crimes were interrupted. And this just seemed like vandalism for the sake of vandalism. Yeah, everything's political. But that was something else. I had to just bust him on it and say, you know, and he didn't respond. It's creepy. Yeah. Alright, that is all I wanted to say. I've got to finish this page with Zod. It's very important. Yeah. I'm just looking at your messages. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you for turning up here. Thank you for super chats. They all go to buy Ava diapers, and she needs them, so thank you so much. Let's promote anarchism by showing how it doesn't work, Antifa. It's just unpleasant. It's just unpleasant. Alright, so we're cool? Are we all cool? I hope so. I hope we're cool. Okay, good. Alright, guys. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.